On the night of August 9th, 2023, I became the new owner of VS Code Red. Boom. I almost want to go in there.
This horse has been in the best hands since day one of his life.
Number one and down, louder. 200 and ball,
950,000.
$1 million, $1 million more.
If you don't know who VS Code Red is, he is the son of Vital Signs Are Good and Blazing Hot, which are two legends in themselves. Vital Signs Are Good herself was just initiated into the NSBA Hall of Fame. She is not only an amazing show mare who won countless world championships and Congress championships, but she produced horses that won countless world championships and Congress championships. She herself is the backbone of a large portion of this industry now, with her lineage going between multiple stallions, multiple mares that have produced horses that have been once-in-a-lifetime horses in themselves. So the fact that she was combined with a stallion as great as Blazing Hot and created a stallion as great as VS Code Red, who went on to win the world and win the Congress in Western riding and Western pleasure, and he himself has then produced world champions, Western riding, Western pleasure, hunter under saddle, performance halter, equitation, horsemanship, literally every all-around class there is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, that this one horse snowballed into an entire legacy of horses that have changed people's lives and changed the industry. So I believe it was around July 4th when I found out about the dispersal sale. We were at my family's lake house for the 4th of July weekend, and I remember sitting at the dinner table looking at my phone, and I saw the post saying that Kristen was now dispersing all of her stallions and her mares and embryos and young ones, and it didn't even compute that could happen, because that has just been such a legendary group of horses. And Kristen riding her horses, Vital Signs Are Good. I mean, it's just, it was an end of an era, honestly. And so that I had to compute, and then my mind turned to the fact that I could possibly own a horse that I have been in awe of.
7 minutes.
I was showing heavily at around the time that he was showing. And so I remember seeing him at the Congress and seeing Vital Signs Are Good at the Congress. And I remember just putting all of these riders and trainers and horses on pedestals because they weren't even real. They were so amazing. So I looked at my parents and I was like, wouldn't that just be nuts if we owned VS Code Red? And Code Red was the one that immediately my heart just went to. I really didn't even think about pursuing VS the Fireman or VS Flatline. Not that they weren't amazing, but just the fact that VS Code Red has been the stallion that I've bred to consistently. He's the one that I have a foal coming from him next year. Like, I bred to him this year. He's the one that I watched the most and just resonated with the most. I love the fact that his babies could be both all-arounders and Western riders and Western pleasure, and he's even had him win the world in the hunter under saddle. He's so versatile, and I've always shown in the all-around, and so I think I just gravitated towards him for that reason. And then we had to run the numbers and ask questions. I think I was texting Kristen like the next day about how many mares he was breeding and about where he was standing and his motility and soundness and all of this stuff. And he's 16 years old. He has great semen motility and he's sound as can be. So it was just like, oh my gosh, this is just a dream. When it got down to the last couple of days before the sale, I got so anxious. My stomach hurt, my body hurt. I almost felt sick. There was a couple of errands that I was supposed to go run that I honestly did not feel safe driving because I was so pent up and anxious. And I mean, that sounds dumb, but I think in my soul, I knew it was going to happen, but I was going to be so devastated if it didn't. I told my parents, I do not want to do this alone. I want y'all with me.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
We had dinner and we kind of made a night of it, and he was draw number 17, or I guess lot number 17. I want to thank everybody for coming and me. I didn't tell anyone that I was going to be bidding. I didn't tell anyone my plans. I just didn't want to make this whole big thing about it and then be so disappointed and have to explain to people that it didn't work out, you know?
More about it than I do. Invest in vital signs, VS Flatline, VS Code Red, My Vital Valentine, check my impulse.
Yes.
I'm having a freak out right now. Can you just like pray with me really quick? I'm just having.
We know your will be done. And if it be your will, please Lord, let us get this horse.
It got to VS Code Red.
It's not letting me see. It says.
I was bidding, our internet stopped working in the living room on the iPad, so I had to go to the desktop, which was a whole thing. I was like running. I was running like a chicken with my head cut off.
I wonder if it's because I have two going that it's not letting me.
The bidding wasn't keeping up, so I was having to go off of what the auctioneer was saying, not what I was seeing on the screen. You know, at one point it kind of stalled out at like halfway, and then it kept going up and up and up and up. Lord, please. It got to that mark where I could not bid another dollar.
$1,050,000. $1,050,000. All through and all done on a great stud. Yes, sir.
Difference between about 950,000 and $1,050,000.
Can I just win him?
It's all in the bank. Right there for you.
That's right.
No risk on that one.
That's right. We haven't even covered the frozen semen. $1,050,000. $1,050,000. $1,050,000. All through and all done. $1,050,000. $1,050,000 and a half. $1,050,000 and a half. Thank y'all for what you did. I sold the horse for $1 million.
You got him!
They were talking about it for a minute, and then all of a sudden they said, sold for $1 million. And it was just like, I couldn't even believe it, but I just burst into tears. I just could not keep it together anymore.
You just bought him. He's yours.
And I had already cried multiple times that night, just from the anxiety of it, and from the possibility of what could happen or the devastation of if it didn't.
You won.
I won. I won the auction, meaning I offered to pay the most money for him, but.
Well, how come the other one went for $2.5 million?
Oh, you're watching?
I think God honestly had me wrapped in his arms through this whole thing because so many things went right.
Well, congratulations, I think.
Thank you.
I know it's what you wanted.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
The fact that I get to own a horse like him is once in a lifetime. Oh my gosh. Like you couldn't even put words to it. It was just this feeling. I don't even know how to explain the feeling of winning that bid.